So if anyone's going to be joining the stream, I'm recovering from my defibrillator surgery, so I can't really do any forging, but I'm in the works on a couple of blacksmithing, how to build your first forge. So I got the forge burner video, so go make sure you go check on my main page. I got a full length video on how to build a simple Venturi burner. And but I got some tool reviews coming, and could be working on making some stock removal knives, because I can't really do much with my left arm. You know, even holding tongs will strain my thing too much. So luckily I got the metal cutting bandsaw and a belt grinder, so I'm gonna show you guys how you can, with minimal tools, make a quality knife. Now, I can't drink any real alcohol, so I just got a Heineken Zero. I miss the taste of beer. It's actually my first time having a Heineken anything. It's not bad. Ugh. Burps are good. Yeah, I'm trying to angle this. How you doing, Zach? How you guys doing? I'm just doing a chill by the water stream. I'm recovering from my defibrillator surgery, so I can't do any blacksmithing, but I will be uploading some beginner how to build your own gas forge. If you go check on my main page, I just upload a video on how to make a simple Venturi burner. That way, if you want to build a forge, or even if you want to use a Venturi burner for, you know, it gets really hot. Like if you were trying to do like at home cooking, like you could easily get that pan glowing orange. But this month I plan on releasing a couple videos on stuff. So, and yeah, I gotta shave the beard, but I went to Boston Children's for my surgery because when I was 17, you know, my whole life changed. But I made a little cosplay arc reactor that I gave to my surgeon. He was super chill about that. He was like, for me, like, I might not look it, but I've always been a nerd. I love Marvel. I love other stuff. That's why, like, in the next coming months, I'm gonna be working on. I grew up watching Naruto and a bunch of other anime, so like, I'm gonna try to like do a video on how to like make your own like Naruto headband, because I got some old spring steel that we can make into hand engraving chisels, and I got some navy blue and black cotton cloth, so I'm gonna learn how to sew that stuff up. So that'll be like the first taste or test of like, because I want to get into like filmmaking stuff. So like, I'm gonna do just a normal video of me making this stuff. You know, I'll have some commentary, maybe some jokes here and there, but at the end, a character from the Naruto universe, you know, it's gonna be me dressed up, is gonna grab the headband, and that'll be the start. And then the next video, I'll forge a kunai. Now this is gonna be like a month or two from now, because I can't use my left arm for more than this. If you're wondering, it's non-alcoholic, because you don't want to drink alcohol or have any za after doing a surgery. I hope you're not drinking and doing drugs while you're giving someone surgery. No, I had surgery, and my arm's healing better. I have more range of motion, but even though it feels like you're doing nothing, you really just have to focus on healing. Like literally last week, I was mostly laying in bed, just eating tons of food. It turns out when you have like a surgery where you actually like, you know, like, because I got like looks like I got a vagina on my chest. Hopefully you can see that. But I have a new defibrillator, and I got to keep the old one. I don't have it with me right now, but it's like as thick as an iPhone. Like, it's surprising how how much that thing is, but I'm gonna make the Iron Man case, like, you know how like Pepper from Tony's worker slash girlfriend, Pepper Potts, he gives him the proof Tony has a heart. I'm gonna make that case. I just got to get some stainless steel, and my friend's welder. We just got to get some argon so we can actually like properly make the case. And gonna try to find. I think I got a business card from some guys in New Hampshire. They have like laser engraving, so I want to like make it as close as I can because like I love movie props. So. But when I make the, and I got ADD, so if you ever get confused with what the hell is going on, me too. So, what I'm going to do with the, once I do the video where I forge the kunai, I'm not going to say which character I dress up as, but I'm going to dress up as one of the characters from Naruto, one of the senseis, and so I'm going to take the kunai and like, I'll have like a little, do my best to have like a little fake battle. But I'll be able to do the substitution jutsu. So like just when someone throws a, is about to get hit with a kunai or like a paper bomb or something, they're able to swap places with the log. I have a really cool idea of how I can do that with a lot of practical effects and some CG. Now my laptop is an older gaming laptop, and even just doing like editing that video, my most recent long form video on this channel, just trying to do like tracking on some of the text. my laptop's gonna be like, you hear it's almost like it's taken off, like it's like but I'm probably not really talking to anybody, but I gotta get more practice being on camera. Got me some fucking scratchies, mate. Got me an non-alcoholic brew with some fucking scratchies, mate. But yeah, this year, even though we've already like halfway through it, I'm excited because we got a good amount of summer, and I'm going to be working my ass off trying to get the beginner blacksmithing videos out, and I really want to get a couple of like nostalgic, good pop culture, like anime weapons, like a simple kunai from Naruto, the headband, the kunai from Naruto. But I want to I gotta learn the visual effects, so like I'm trying to learn how to use Blender, and because like I love MacGyvering stuff. Like one of my first literally one of the first lives I did in this channel, I didn't have this tripod that I have now, and I literally was like, what the hell can I use? I was like, oh, I had like literally like 2 squeezy clamps, and it worked. I mean, it was very redneck, but it worked. Nothing, mate. But if you guys just wondering, I'm just chilling by the pond. Got any blacksmithing questions? I started a couple of years ago. Literally, my first forge was just a trash can and a hand pump. So, always wave to people that drive by on their boats. I like when people drive by with the slow boats because it's mellow and not loud. We got nothing in the scratchies. Oh. Yep, nothing. But anyone that sees this live, whether they join now or they join, they see the live later on. Um, when you start, when you want to get into blacksmithing or bladesmithing, one of one of the best things that helped me when I first started was um, my old scoutmaster, Mr. O'Coin. He invited me to his personal shop and just gave me like a free lesson for a day. And because I was in a controlled environment where the instructor knows what he's doing, the environment is safe, you know the tools work, you don't have to have to mess with anything. That helps you get the confidence like, hey, okay, I see what is involved here. You got the heat from the forge, you have the risk of getting burned from the dragon's breath or anything that could burn you, like hot metal, it's not glowing. But the best thing for beginners is before you make the decision to buy anything for beginner blacksmithing or bladesmithing, try to get lessons. So local trade schools might have beginner blacksmithing. I live in central Massachusetts. There's Bay Path. They actually have adult night classes for beginner blacksmithing. So if you go on certain local technical schools, like technical high schools, they usually have not just blacksmithing. They'll have machining, carpentry, cooking. Those. I wish I went to one, but I didn't. But if you can get lessons, whether it's from a technical high school, like night classes, or if you look up local blacksmith or bladesmith, I recommend you learn beginner blacksmithing first, because bladesmithing in its core, like just forging a blade to shape, is forging a taper and then just smushing and forging out material. There's not a lot of complexity there. But learning beginner blacksmithing, you'll learn, more than just forging, smushing out metal and other stuff. You'll learn how to plan ahead. You'll learn how to bend stuff a certain way or do things a certain way. And it helps you have like your toolboxes. Because anytime you get into making something, every skill you learn, treat life like a video game. Because, except you only got one life. Every little skill that you learn and that you practice will help. It adds up. It snowballs. So like before I got into bladesmithing and blacksmithing, I used to live in an apartment with my mom, and we had like a walk-in attic. I couldn't do any form of metalworking, but the walk-in attic was big enough. I was able to do indoor, archery, and I made my own wooden bows. So I had like a hatchet and like a farrier's rasp and some other hand tools, and I was able to make my own Native American style bows. And the hand-eye coordination of using a hatchet to take a, like a sapling that's, 2 inches or 3 inches thick, and bringing it down from that to, half an inch in thickness, that took a lot of finessing, because if you cut too much at an angle or cut too much out, the wood fibers will split and then you won't be able to have a bow. So that skill set and that repetition, when I translated into getting into blacksmithing and bladesmithing, it helped me because I had the hand-eye coordination. Now, just say you do have a free lesson or you do pay for lessons, and here's the thing, like if you go through like an official school or like an actual like good smith that's like has a good reviews, like has been doing stuff, you want to and you do want to move on, like when you get lessons and it's weekend lessons, it might seem expensive, like, oh, $300 for 6 weekends. You don't have to worry about location because they have a setup there. They have the tools, proper tools, not like janky stuff like the stuff I got here. Like I made my own tongs. They're ugly as sin, but they work. But when you pay for a course, they have the proper tools. The instructor knows what he's doing. He's patient, and he'll help you not be frustrated with yourself, because you're going to be frustrated like, oh, I could see this thing in my head perfectly, and then you try doing it and you just have like a metal turd that just looks like a crooked witch's finger, and you're like, what the hell? But it's worth it because they'll help you realize, hey, you're just learning. You're going to mess up. But every time you mess up, you're leveling up. It's like, okay, I cracked my blade. Why did I crack my blade? I know what kind of steel it is. So did I either forge it when it was too cold, or did I quench it with too cold of oil, or did I do this, and that? Or if you're forging something, it's like, oh, why did that like cold shut happen? Like, you're able to get what you need from your failures. But once you do get actually, I gotta see if I can get better audio because it's windy out and I have the proper devices. I don't know if this will mess up my live, but I gotta try to get better audio. Yeah, this microphone works great, but it's... Alright, I need you to cough and turn your head to the left for me. Thank you. Just inserting the... I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Whoever's in the live right now, can you tell me if the audio is sounding better? Because I just hooked up my lavalier, my wireless microphone. I gotta have it not too close to my face because it does stuff. So I'm gonna go live and restart it so we have better audio. So I'll be back. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to end the live and then restart it so I have better audio. So, it'll be take one.